What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream, man. I am super excited that I'm finally able to get this stream up and running after I had all those technical difficulties yesterday. Everything right now on YouTube says that everything's good and excellent. The audio, the video frame rate. If you guys just want to double check, I guess, with me and make sure everything sounds good, because I know yesterday everything was super choppy and laggy. So really sorry about that. Just had some, like I said, technical difficulties. Shit happens, but man, are we happy that we finally got our head coach. And even though we all wanted Byron, and that's a completely separate issue I'll address on another day, I'm not really going to get into that. Let's just be happy, man. We got a top 2 candidate that I think a lot of Jaguar fans and a lot of NFL media had for the Jacksonville Jaguars this offseason, and it was really between a guy like Byron Leftwich and Doug Pederson. And man, I'm just super happy we got our guy. Damn, it feels great, man. And oh, by the way, I just want to say that this picture right here of Doug Pederson, I thought this picture was hilarious. I found it on Twitter yesterday, and I was like, yo, that's my coach. That guy right there, yeah, that's my coach. So I just thought that picture was funny. I just wanted to throw that up for y'all. Let me know what y'all think. But I want to get to talking, obviously, about Doug Pederson and what I kind of expect from this team moving forward. Obviously, there's not been any coordinators hired yet, and that's something that'll take a little bit of time to do. But Doug Pederson's interview is tomorrow at noon in Jacksonville, with Shad Khan and Trent Baalke as well. I'll kind of get into that situation in a little bit too. Also, you guys know Jagganoff. I'm sure many of you guys do. Another great YouTuber here. He's actually going to call into the show in a couple of minutes. I don't even know if he's in here right now, but he's going to give us a call, and we're going to kind of talk on here. So you guys can hear his opinion for a couple of minutes, and we can get in here and talking about this. But let me go through some of these comments to, just kind of say, just kind of go through some time. But appreciate each and every one of you guys, as always, being in here supporting me. Got 16 people in here so far. Thank you guys so much. And if you guys are enjoying this live stream as of right now, make sure you guys just drop me a like. It takes 1 second. It helps me in the channel out tremendously. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. What's going on, my guy Charlie? Where do y'all find this info on Twitter? Yes. Twitter, you can find about just about anything you want to see. What are y'all expecting next season to be like? I'll get into that into a little bit too, because like I said, that's very dependent on the draft, the players that we put around Trevor, obviously some coordinators and things like that. Since Baalke fired several coaches in San Francisco, mostly because he didn't even give them the chance to play by putting up injured players around him. That is true. Pederson's interviews tomorrow at 12, noon o'clock yesterday, or tomorrow, excuse me. Y'all think we kind of just blew this whole Baalke thing up too much as fans? Absolutely not. I completely disagree. I don't think that we did. Random vids a tad bit, but nevertheless, he should be gone when Urban's gone. Yeah, I completely agree. I think Shad's given him this fair opportunity, quote unquote, because he only had 1 season in Jacksonville, but there should be 0 reasons to keep him in here. Oh yeah, a lot better than last night. We happy about coach that won the NFC East? Of course, man. Super Bowl winner. You hear a lot of Philadelphia fans, which I actually have a lot of friends that are Philly fans, either from Philly or mutual friends or whatever, and all of them love Doug Pederson. But also, you hear a lot of former players that have played with the Eagles and have played with Doug Pederson. I mean, he's a phenomenal guy you'd run through a brick wall for and everything. Good to see you, brother, and hope to be Jags fan. Good to be a Jags fan. Hope he can help Trevor be his best. Absolutely, man. And like I said, appreciate you. I'm going to get Jagganoff in here now. I'm sure, like I said, many of you guys are familiar with Jagganoff. I'm going to give him a call right now and get him onto the show. What's up, Zach? We will get into the defensive coordinator stuff in a little bit, because I know Joe Cullen's gone. But let me give Jagganoff a call, and then, yeah, you guys can sit in here and kind of listen to our conversation so far. Yo, my guy, what's going on?
Yo.
What's going on, man? How you doing? Can you hear me? Okay, yeah, I'm good. Hold on, my speakerphone's not working, man. Goddamn. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if hold on, let me call you on FaceTime if you cool with that. See if that'll work. Trying to get you in here. What's up, man? Can you hear me now?
I can't do the FaceTime right now.
Okay, hold on. Let me Y'all, give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this man in here so y'all can, because I know y'all know who Jagganoff is. Good friend of mine too. I'm just trying to. How do I FaceTime audio? I have no idea, bro. I swear to God, I don't even know anything about a freaking iPhone, and I'm sitting here on an iPhone. Dude, I would call UCF, but he's on vacation right now too. But I got to get him on the show one day too, or I'll hop in with him, so that we can do something. All right. All right. Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Got you up on the live stream right now. It's just a couple seconds behind, but got you here on the live stream, man. If you want to, first of all, just kind of start off by talking about your initial reaction with Doug Pederson. And yeah, man, kind of floor is yours, man. I just kind of want to hear your thoughts, and I think everyone does.
This hire is good. Like, Super Bowl. All that. Like, just. I remember.
I agree. So, okay, so I know you just kind of addressed Byron Leftwich a little bit, and I do agree that this was definitely a great hire. It's not like we went out there and got Vic Fangio or Raiders interim head coach Rich Pisala as well. But I do want to say, though, that this guy, Doug Pederson, was, I think, number 2 on my list originally when I first came out and talked about this. But, I mean, I'm very happy with the hire.
Because look, I wanted Byron just as much as anybody, but I mean, for some reason, Shad Khan has a hard on for Bulky, and Byron didn't want to work with him.
Correct.
So at that point, until Rick Spielman's hired or whatever, there's really not a whole lot they could do about that. If they're gonna, because it's easy for us to just sit here and say fire him, but I don't know, we can't get through to this dumbass's head that he can't do that. So. But all things considered, we got a good quality candidate, and it could have been a hell of a lot worse.
No, it definitely could. It could have been a lot worse in my eyes. But my thing is, though, and I definitely wanted to ask you this as well. Do you think, because Balky's going to be at the press conference tomorrow, do you think, though, that Balky is officially like 100% retained? There's no if, and, or buts about that. Or do you think that with Spielman possibly coming in and negotiating a contract, do you think he becomes an executive vice president of football operations? Do you think he becomes the new GM? Kind of walk me through that front office situation and what your thoughts are.
I think this is basic. I think this guy is basically going to do what Tom Coughlin did. Like when he was here, because it's clear Shad wants to do as little as possible with owning the Jaguars. Like, that's abundantly clear. Mm-hmm. So I think, at least for now, Balky's going to be retained, but it's going to be kind of like Dave Caldwell was under him. He's probably going to have to run every decision through him, and Rick Spielman's going to be the one that reports to Shad. But once Balky really shows his true colors, like unless the Jags like really win this year, I give it about a year before he's gone.
Okay, but see, that's kind of the issue with me, is I don't think that there even needs to be another day that needs to go by in order for him to show his true colors. We've seen the tendencies in which he's had in the past. His resume speaks for itself, and the incompetence kind of in the front office, how a lot of coaches have even came forth this offseason saying like, hey, I'm not going to work with a guy like Trent Baalke. I'm not even going to interview in Jacksonville. Obviously, Byron Leftwich wanted Adrian Wilson in here because he was refusing to work with a guy like Trent Baalke. So, sorry, say that again? Okay. But point is, though, sorry, I thought you said something. Point is, though, I don't think that Trent Baalke needs to be in here another day. I think when you get a guy like Rick Spielman in here, if that is going to happen and we have to still wait for that kind of stuff to be confirmed, I see zero issues as to why Trent Baalke should still be in here. But, I mean, everything's still, I guess, on the table, up in the air as well, though. But do you think that there's a possibility of Vic Fangio and Rich Pisala coming here now that we got Doug Pederson? I just want to hear your thoughts on that as well. You there? Hey, you cut out on me. You still there? Okay, did you hear my last question? I was just saying that I want to hear your thoughts, though, because I kind of moved on from the Rick Spielman and the Trent Baalke aspect of things. Do you think that there's a possibility that Vic Fangio and Raiders interim head coach Rich Pisala possibly get in here now that we have Doug Pederson?
I think there's definitely a possibility. I think both of those coordinators would be great hires. I think the key, though, for Doug is he's got to find a real good offensive coordinator. Like, this is Daryl Bevel crap ain't going to work. So we got to so those two would actually be excellent hires. It's just I'm interested to see who he's going to bring in for offensive coordinator.
Is there any that you have in mind?
Huh?
Is there any offensive coordinator that you have in mind?
Man. I've seen Matt Nagy's name thrown around. I don't know how that would be, but jeez, I don't know. Maybe Bill O'Brien? I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't want Bill O'Brien in here for a multitude of reasons. Yeah, I haven't done enough in-depth research right now on possibilities of offensive coordinators at the moment that are at least available on the market. Defensive coordinators, same thing. I kind of got to do my own little scouting. I know Gus Bradley's going to Indianapolis now to fulfill their defensive coordinator role, because Eberflus is now the head coach of Chicago, obviously. But the big thing is with the offense, and obviously we're building this team around Trevor Lawrence. Doug Pederson succeeded with the RPO. That's a big thing into why he was successful in Philadelphia. That's something Trevor was very successful with Dabo Sweeney when he was in college. So implementing something like that, I think, is going to be a huge priority to Trevor Lawrence in this offseason, and something Doug Pederson can implement with him. But I want to know also from you, do you think that we need to build our team in the trenches this offseason and to help Trevor Lawrence, or do you think we need to go out and get like a stud wide receiver and a top guy, kind of like what Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase did this offseason? I want to hear some more thoughts, though. Talk to me.
Yeah, but I think a number one wide receiver is absolutely essential because, like you said, Jamar Chase, what he did for Joe Burrow, just the problem is there isn't a Jamar Chase in this draft, so it's got to come through free agency. And that's just a matter of who you can get. Now, as far as in the trenches go, it's pretty obvious that either Thibodeau, Hutchinson, or Neal is most likely going to be the number one pick this year, unless there's like a serious trade down, we get a serious offer for that. But yeah, I think top priorities are a game-changing wide receiver and just helping the trenches, particularly on defense. So I think our offensive line is okay.
No, I definitely agree. I think our offensive line, as of right now, is good enough, but obviously I'd like to booster it and especially get a guy like Evan Neal in here for the future just to protect Trevor Lawrence on that blind side as well. We'll have to kind of see what happens with Walker Little. And yeah, I do want to go out and get a wide receiver number one this offseason. I think re-signing a guy like DJ Chark is priority number one, at least in terms of our pending free agents, and then we'll see what they do with the guy like Cam Robinson as well. But I also do want to hear your thoughts, though. Well, not really thoughts. I just kind of want you to voice your opinion, really, on Shad Khan and what he's been doing really this entire offseason. It obviously took 49 days from us, from the time that we fired Urban Meyer to come in here, hire Doug Pederson. There was a lot of controversy with Byron and a lot of head coaches. just give me your voicing your opinion on Shad Khan and this team moving forward, and do you think he should still be the owner? And just give me your thoughts. The floor is yours.
Fuck no, he shouldn't be the owner. Man, anybody that's watched my videos, just this whole thing to get to the end result was just an absolute disgrace, an embarrassment, an atrocity, and this keeping Trent Baalke shit is ridiculous. At the end of the day, we hired a good candidate, but it shouldn't have took this long to get here. And I've read some tweet that, they were talking to him, during the season, right after Urban Meyer was fired, and he was kind of the guy. But it's okay, if that's the case, cool, but, why are you making people think that you're going to hire Byron Leftwich? Why even bring him in for an interview? Because his connection to the city. He's a former player here. At least I hope you do. And that, the thought of getting people to think that you're going to pick him as your head coach and then all of a sudden he's not, it's going to rub people the wrong way. Like I said, I got no problem with the Pederson hire. I actually love the hire of Doug Pederson, but it shouldn't have taken this long to get here. And that's why I was saying, with the Rick Spielman thing, I'm thinking he's basically going to do everything football-wise, and Shad Khan's going to focus on building more pools and lot J's and whatever the fuck else he's doing, because he clearly doesn't know about football. My dream scenario would be that he ends up buying the Broncos and just gives us the Jaguars and Tony Khan. That would be amazing. And he takes Trent Baalke with him.
Okay, that is a funny dream scenario, and you said a lot of good stuff there, too. I actually was talking at work this morning that I do want Tony Khan to take ownership of this team moving forward. I don't see that happening really in the foreseeable future, because I think if Shad's out, I think, honestly, Tony's out. I don't think that they keep the Khan family around. But
upload before Doug Pederson, I looked it up. Shad Khan's 71, so, if we're lucky, he'll die when he's 80. So we still got another 9 years of this shit. So I'm hoping by then just Tony Khan comes in. Because out of the three between Khan, Baalke, and him, Tony's the smart one, which is insane to me.
Okay, look, I completely agree. That's why I was saying I would prefer a guy like Tony Khan to take over ownership of this team. Did you say Shad Khan is 71? He does not seem 71 to me. Oh my God. I did not realize he was that old. I will be damned. See, you learn something new every day. Yeah, I thought Shad Khan was in his mid 50s. Okay, I want you to say that. Say that one more time. I want everyone to hear you say that again. I want you to reiterate that.
Oh, I have no problem reiterating that. Hopefully this piece of shit doesn't make it to 80, which would be fucking amazing. I'll throw a party.
Bro, you Bro, you got me dying on this live stream. I hope you know I'm almost crying right now, bro. You are killing me. No.
You know what? It's funny. No one actually has said this to me. It's I know when I say stuff like that in videos of how much I hate him and how much I hope he dies. It's I know that might seem harsh or cool, but it's dude, I grew up loving this team. I've been a fan since the fucking beginning, and to see what this piece of shit has done to my team, it's just disgusting. I don't think I've hated another human being more than that. I don't even hate my baby mother as much as them now, which is saying a lot.
Yeah, man. I think a lot of Jaguar fans are feeling that way. And dude, look, I completely understand the rationale in what you're saying. And like I said, I didn't even know that Shad himself was 71 years old. Well, like I said, we'll see if Shad ever.
I thought he was younger too, so I had to look it up. It's how long can we because I had to look at the age. It's damn, how long can we realistically think about him possibly dying?
Yeah, I mean that's
in his 50s, but the bad news is I give it about 10 years.
Yeah, we'll see. And I mean, obviously a guy like Jerry Jones, who's been the Dallas Cowboys owner for as long as I've been alive and I can remember, He's still walking, talking, doing his thing, and Jerry Jones is a very old man as well. But we'll definitely see what happens with
ancient.
Yeah, no, Jerry Jones is definitely ancient, but we'll have to see what happens with Shad Khan. Like I said, if Shad Khan ends up, ever selling his team, or I guess, his time comes, I'd prefer that the Khan family's no longer a part of the Jaguars and that we have just completely brand new ownership. And I've always given a guy like Shad Khan the benefit of the doubt, because I've always thought that he's always trying to do the right thing, even though he's just incompetent. But I've had enough of Shad Khan, and I'm honestly so sick and tired of it.
You know what? Well, I don't mean to cut you off, but again, in this video I was going to upload, I actually touched on that a little bit because a lot of people say he's done so much good for the city, he's invested in the team and the stadiums and blah blah blah. Like, he doesn't give a shit about winning. Like, if he really, when the Jaguars really sell out good is when this team wins. You know what I'm saying? But he's going to make money despite himself. You know why? Because the swimming pools and big boards were right by the Jags beach. You know what we become? We become the fucking tourist attraction team. It's like any team that'll come, any visiting team that'll come and see all this shit and just watch their team kick the shit out of us. That's what Shad Khan wants us to be. We basically become the tourist attraction team of the NFL under this asshole. Because we never allowed this shit. I don't know how familiar you are with him, because you're a lot younger than me. But, Wayne Weaver would have never allowed shit like this.
Yeah, no, and I completely agree. Me religiously, obviously going to games since I've been a little kid, all I can remember 9 times out of 10, any game I go to, is just there's always an abundance of away team fans there, except for in 2017 when we're consistently winning games. And the Seattle game was, insanely loud. That was one of the best Jaguar home games I've ever attended in my life. The Texans game, you name it, right? Like, the Jaguars fans will consistently show up and show out, as they should, and like we will, when this team is winning, but they've never given us a good product out there to go out there and, support and cheer for. And obviously, at the end of the day, we're taking care of his bottom line, so hopefully we can, turn that around, and hopefully Doug Pederson can turn that around. But I'm going to kind of wrap this call up in just a couple of minutes. If you want to give some last thoughts and some last words about anything, whether it's about Doug Pederson, Shad Khan, or anything going on, floor is yours, my guy.
Well, it's funny you said that about those 2 games. That Seattle game was insane. I was actually at the Texans game that year, and I was actually at the playoff game that year. There's definitely an abundance of away team fans, but when the team's good, we always outnumber them. Even when the team's bad, we sometimes outnumber. It just depends on who we play.
Yeah, no, it really does. And that Buffalo home playoff game in the 2018 playoffs was the best home game I've ever been to in my Jags life, and I will never forget that day. Thank God we won. But
yes, it's funny. I was thinking about this the other day. We never made it publicly how you and I met, because it wasn't the typical YouTuber way when we came across each other's videos.
That's actually perfect. Tell this story. I want the people to hear this. Tell this story.
Okay. So this is when you were first getting started, and people kind of knew, and I've been around for a while. I've been around probably the longest out of anybody. And I'm used to people stopping me and shit and saying, and asking for a picture, saying what's up and whatnot. So I see you out there with in a polo. I thought you were part of the media for real. And of course I'm shit-faced drunk because I've been drinking in the waiting to go into the stadium for draft night. And then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, you want to get interviews with me?" And I was like, "Okay, cool," because I thought he was still on the media. And then at the end, after we do the little thing, which is on your channel still, I'm sure, and you're like, I was like, "So what media outlet do you work for?" It's like, "Oh, I'm a content creator." I was like, "You are?" "Yeah, I've never seen you before. You know who I am, right?" And he's like, "No." And the whole time drunk, me's thinking what the fuck does he not know who I am? And he's a content creator. So, after that it was cool, and we've been checking out each other's content ever since. But yeah, that's literally how I met Brent James. We didn't meet the traditional way. We met in person before we ever saw any of each other's videos.
Exactly, and it really was. It wasn't the traditional like YouTuber way. Like he hits me up one day, like Jags United's hit me up. I've actually known UCF even before I was doing Jags content. I actually met UCF in person too for the first time when it was in 2019. I actually met him at a Magic game, and we just ended up chatting and whatnot. But me and UCF Jaguar, we're cool to this day. We stay in touch. But no, it was funny because like, I recognized you, but I didn't like know who you were. And I'm like, I know you, but I couldn't put two and two together because my head was so wrapped up in like doing this interview. And, I was just, constantly just trying to put some kind of content out because I wanted to interview everybody for the draft party that was downtown at the stadium. And that was only like my second or third Jags video because I haven't even been a Jags content creator for a year now. I only started, I want to say it was in April, if I'm not mistaken, and the draft I think was in April. So that's how me and Jag and Off met. And then from there, it was funny, and that wasn't the traditional way.
Yeah, because like UCF before he was like, I met him in person for the first time, and it was the year we drafted Josh Allen because we were both at the draft party. But one time he hit me up on like Facebook, I think it was, and he's just like, "Dude, I love your channel, and it's inspired me to start my own." I'm like, "Hey man, do that, be you." And now he has got like 10,000 subs, and now. It's like they all look up to me, but they all get bigger than me. But because you know how I am, like they don't like me, dude. Like they hate some of the shit I say.
Hey, but I think it's just at the end of the day, man, we're all on the same boat. We're all in the same community. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, even all these fans in here talking, and I obviously haven't been able to respond because I'm on the phone with you. And I'm obviously sitting here reading these, like, I'm truly grateful. We're all a part of Jags community. You, Jags United, UCF Jaguar, me. And, like I said, it was just funny because I didn't meet you and UCF Jaguar the traditional YouTuber way. I met y'all like literally in person. Like I just happened to come across y'all. And then from there, it was like, oh my God. And same thing with Eric Dunn. Like, I met Eric Dunn a couple years ago. And then from there, me and him constantly kept running into each other in Jacksonville. And then even in Houston. And then from there, it was just like, we kind of just built a friendship or whatever.
Yeah, see, I got to meet him in person. I haven't met him in person yet. I've talked to him before, but I haven't met him in person.
Yeah, no, he's a great guy, dude. You seriously want to hang out and party with this guy. Greatest guy ever. And like I said, we're all in the same community, so...
I'm in Jacksonville, it's a party.
Yeah, where do you even live, if you don't mind me asking? Like, what city or whatever?
Oh, shit. I live in Baltimore, Maryland, dog.
Dog, you live in Baltimore?
Yeah, you ain't know that?
Dude, I knew you didn't live in Jacksonville. I knew you had a different area code. I was just like, how do you always like go from place to place? Because I knew you drove to Cincinnati this past year and everything for the game on Thursday night. So that was crazy.
Cincinnati's like 7 hours from me, and I'll be at that Philly game when Doug Pederson goes home to Philly, and we get to see Minshew again, and then I'll probably be at the Commanders game. We'll see that atrocity of a stadium. So,
yeah, and
like I always try to make the draft party, and I always try to come to one home game a year.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. And obviously, me living here, I try to go to as many home games as I can. I obviously had season tickets this year. But last thing I want to end you off on is the fact that you said you're going to try to make it a Philly for that game, because I went to Houston for Trevor Lawrence and Urban Meyer's NFL debut. So we obviously played week 1 at Houston. I went there and I traveled. So I was like, you know what? Every year I'm going to try to go to one road game. I'm going to pick a different stadium, a different team, and go and explore the city. Houston was beautiful, by the way. Love that city. Actually, they have some great fans, all jokes aside. But I was actually going to go to Philadelphia. That's where I'm planning on going whenever we play them. Hopefully, it's early in the season because I don't want to be in the snow. But we'll see, man. But if you end up going to Philly and I end up going to Philly, we'll definitely try to get together.
Yeah, man. Hit me up. I'm like 2 hours from Philly. So it's a day trip for me, bro. Just hit me up if you need anything with that. But I would definitely go to Houston. I keep hearing about stuff with Texas, so I gotta check that out. I went to Indianapolis in the combine. One place I'm definitely not going is Trashville because Meth Cloud's cousin I can't do that. So yeah, I'm not going there. But I definitely want to expand my horizons with road games. Like I've been to Chicago, I went to Charlotte, Pittsburgh. Like it's like a lot in Cincinnati this past year. Like a lot, I've had fun at road games for sure.
Definitely, and that was my first time experiencing a road game as a Jags fan, because obviously all my other Jaguar experiences were here in Jacksonville. So yeah, I'll definitely try to get up to. Sorry, go ahead.
Road games and stuff. Road game stuff like it because like I get them to hate me so much. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that's exactly how I was, man. But obviously, it was a ass whooping that we had versus Houston. They kicked our ass week 1, but it's all good, man. Like I said, I still enjoyed my time in Houston. It was a beautiful city, and I've been to Texas a handful of times now. I've been to Dallas. I've been to Arlington. Houston now. I'm trying to actually go out to San Antonio soon, but that's besides the point. Hopefully, I get up to Philly, man. And if that's the case, man, I'll definitely hit you up. But dude, thank you so much for coming onto the channel. I know you're kind of busy, and I haven't really figured it out yet, but I'll definitely get you on the split screen. Hopefully sooner than later we can get something chopped up. Definitely, man.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna try to figure out StreamYard to get Sunday because my podcast is debuting next week. So I'm gonna try and go live and talk about this. And if you're available, I'll send you a link and we can chop it up.
Definitely, man. And yeah, I use OBS Studio. I've heard nothing but great things about StreamYard too, man. But thank you again for coming on, bro. I'll catch up with you later, and then just hit me up later about that podcast and a possible live stream, man, okay?
Well, have a good night.
All right, you too, man. See ya.
And your chat, what's up with it? I'll catch y'all later.
All right, see ya. All right, thank you guys for sticking around through the conversation, man. Like I said, he was kind of busy tonight and he had some things going on, so he could only be on like phone, so I couldn't really get him on the split screen. But yeah, thank you guys seriously for sticking around. I think we got some good topics in here. We're going to talk more in depth about Doug Pederson. I'm going to say Doug Marrone a lot these next couple of months because I mean Doug Marrone was the coach for what, 3-4 years in Jacksonville, so I'm going to slip up. I'm going to say Doug Marrone once in a while, so just bear with me, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that conversation, too. Brett could surpass Jaguar this upcoming season. Hey, man, look, we all in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that love and support, though, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, it was just funny the way I first met Jaguar, because like I said, I was sitting there and I'm like, hey bro, like you want to do an interview? Like, I'm a content creator, trying to start content for the Jags, and this was only like my first or second Jags video ever. And I actually want to put that in the chat for you guys so you guys can go and see for yourself. It's like a 5-minute video. I went to the stadium on the draft day that we were obviously drafting Travis Etienne and Trevor Lawrence, and I was like, I want to like interview everyone and get everyone hyped. I want you guys to go see this. I'm going to put the link down in the chat, but let me go find this video for you guys, and you guys will also see Jagging Off and just kind of like the little video I did for the draft, man, because I haven't even been a Jags content creator for a year, and you guys are always out here supporting me, man, and I'm just always trying to get great content out to you guys, so thank you guys seriously so much for always sticking with me and hyping me up, man, because I've seen a lot of progress within myself. So this Jags video where I went down to the stadium for the draft party was only my third Jaguars video ever. Third only. Because I had just started 9 months ago. So I started making Jags content 9 months ago. I'm going to put the link in the chat right here for you guys. And let me start getting to some of your questions, man, because I know I've just been busy talking to him. I'm going to kind of go up a little bit, and then we'll go from there. Con leaves, we may end up reading for the Toronto or St. Louis Jaguars. Too realistic, man. Well, bro, I got to jump off, man. I'll try to catch more live streams when you do. Hey, man, appreciate you for even coming in, bro. Keep up the great work. UCF and Jagging Off are my favorite Jaguars content creators. Thank you guys so much, man. All just trying to uplift and support one another, man. Tell Jagging Off we said what's up. He definitely did, and he said what's up to y'all, too. Bro, I got a 100 on my SCD test. Hey, yo, that's my cousin, y'all. That's my cousin, bro. Shout out to Kai, bro. You a G. Appreciate you being in here, too, my guy. You're not challenging yourself. Jags United and Jersey Jaguar, some other channels. Yeah, they are great channels as well too, man. And obviously, you got the Men in Teal podcast. You've got a lot of Jaguar content creators out there too, and we're all just out here trying to support one another and everything. Do you think Doug Marrone deserves another chance in the NFL or a head coaching job? Yeah, Doug Marrone's definitely an NFL caliber coach. I 100% believe that. I don't know if he's head coaching quality. We'd have to see another opportunity if he gets one, but he's at Alabama right now. I believe he's the offensive line coach. He would actually have to work his way back up to that. Jaguar has 2,300 subs, and Brett is catching up to him with 17. Yeah, 1.73 and 2.31. Yeah, man. And, you know, I'll address that in 1 second, but thank you for actually pointing that out, because I do want to address that. Yo, I'm gonna hop off. I have a Mac Miller concert to attend. Shut up, Kai. I hate you, bro. I hate you, bro. You're funny. I'm telling your mom. It's gonna be great. Brett could surpass Jaguar this upcoming season. McKinnon, I was talking about, like Marrone, like Pederson. Do y'all think Doug Marrone deserves another chance? Like I said, yes. My bad. Kind of spammed the comments. Sorry about that. No, you're good, bro. Brett, what do you think of Pederson being so big on analytics? For instance, midway through fourth quarter, trailing by 14, you score a touchdown, you go for 2. The analytics say this is smart. I'm a big analytics guy in myself. So obviously, you guys obviously know I'm a Jags content creator, duh. But with the NBA talk, I do because I'm a big NBA fan as well. A lot of NBA videos I do, and if you guys even watch those, which is fine if you don't, I'm big into analytics. I'm a big player efficiency rating, true shooting percentage, and a lot of just advanced analytics like shooting metrics, true shooting percentages, just a lot of higher advanced analytics when it comes to basketball. I think that plays a big role and something that a lot of people don't talk about. Now, when it comes to football, I do favor analytics to an extent, but for me, QBR and a lot of these advanced analytics are a little bit skewed, because you see a guy like, for example, Trayvon Diggs, who was I think led the league in interceptions this season, but gave up the most yards in terms of single man-to-man coverage this year as well, especially on a lot of deep balls. Grubby, you want to call in? I'll let you call in 1 second, okay? That's my buddy. He wants to call in. I'll let you call in 1 second. But with football, I'm more, and this is how I've always viewed the game, whether I'm at games, and I've always, grown up watching games in my living room and everything too. It's the feel of the game, what feels right. That's how football is for me, and that's something that I've always had a natural tendency to be great at when it comes to analyzing football, watching film, going back and seeing how defensive coverages are being read, because that's honestly something that I think I have a talent at, and I won't even get into that because that's a whole different subject too, but I'm very, very, very good when it comes to offensive tendencies and reading defenses as well. But and it's crazy because I'm just some 20-year-old kid, but you got coaches out here getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars when I'm sitting here reading coverages before they happen and the play calls and the formations, and it's like, how is that not happening? But let me get my boy Grubby in here. I'm gonna get him in here for a minute. He just commented, so I think he wants to come and say what's up. Let me see. Let me call this guy real quick. Yo, Grubby, you wanted to call into the show?
Hello.
All right, here. Here, I'm gonna put you on speaker onto the show real quick.
That's why I say hello.
Hey, say hello to the people. You're on the Brett James live stream officially.
I can't hear you now.
You're on the Brett James live stream. Sorry, my speakerphone is boof. Say what's up to the people, man, and kind of tell them a little bit about who you are.
No, I was supposed to say hello. I don't gotta do all that.
Okay, so you want to tell them that talk about your Daniel Jones Giants real quick.
Hey, Brian DeBoer, he got us. Brian DeBoer is the man.
Doug Pederson's better than Brian Dable, but I'll let you get going, man. We'll chat another time, okay, bro? All right, see you, bro. That's my boy, but football's more entertaining than basketball. It's debatable. Okay, so I did want to address who had the comment. Brad Myers. I did want to address his comment really quickly. I don't even know if you're still in here, Brad, but Brad, you did say though that Jaguar has 2.31 subs and Brett James is at 1.73. So when I started YouTube, let's see, almost 3 years ago, it was June or July of 2019. So this is obviously pre-COVID, pre-pandemic. I do this out of the love of my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a journalism major. The reason I do all of this broadcasting and I want to learn all these skills, everything I do is on my own time. Everything I do is out of my own pocket. Everything I do is self-learning. You know, I don't pay people to teach me this stuff. Everything I do is trial and error. And I always try to, you know, find a way to articulate myself in different ways, provide good content for you guys to the best of my ability, and continuously try to grow and get better. You know, so YouTube for me was never, hey, I want to be YouTube famous. I want to grow on YouTube and, you know, be big on YouTube. It was more so the fact that, hey, this is a skill and a resume I can do to network and meet people, which I've actually gotten jobs through YouTube because of this. And dude, I do this out of the love of my heart because I love what I do and I love chatting with you guys, and you guys are always out here supporting me. So, of course, as a content creator, you want to see numbers, you want to see success, you want to see people joining and buying into who you are and the type of brand that you're building. But, you know, the numbers don't matter to me, seriously, and I'm not BSing you guys. This is just me being upfront. You know, regardless if I have 100,000 subs or if I have 1,000 like I have right now, or 1,700 to be exact, you know, like, dude, I'm never going to have a big ego. I don't think I'm better than anybody. And, dude, man, I just do this out of the love of my heart, man, and I seriously thank each and every one of you guys for always coming in here and supporting me, man. I work my ass off, to put it plain and simple, man. And Jags fans are the best, man. Obviously, I'm biased, but I love what I do, man. And yeah, dude, I've met so many great people through YouTube, man. And if it weren't for YouTube, bro, and I'll only continue to get bigger and grow and, you know, have better content, editing, the way I, you know, present myself in videos, everything will always get better, man. That's the whole point. I'm going to stay in here for another 10 minutes. I know I haven't really talked a lot of Doug Pederson, and I apologize, but, you know, shit happens. So, jagging off seems awesome. Y'all should do a joint stream. Yeah, we definitely will do a joint stream together. Like I said, he was busy tonight. He could only be on the phone. He was doing some stuff at his house, so he couldn't really get that set up on here, but I'll definitely get him on the split screen one day. I got to get Jags United in here too one day, or I'll hop on one of his streams as well. Same thing with UCF Jaguar. Me and all these guys, we're tight. You know, we talk. So I'll definitely have to get them in here one day as well and kind of see what's going on. But Nagy, good OC, not a good head coach. Yeah, you know, I'm not opposed to Nagy being an OC, but it's something I definitely want to still backtrack on. And oh, you're at work. I got you, jagging off. Sitting here at work on the phone with me on a live stream. But what's your opinion on Gus Bradley? Dude, that's a good hire. Ever since Gus Bradley left the Jaguars, what was it, in 2016, got fired at the end of the season. Then Doug Marrone took over and too many Dougs. Doug Marrone took over as the interim head coach, went 1-1, and then he was obviously the coach in 2017 when we took off. Gus Bradley went to the defensive coordinator job with the Chargers. He was really great. Then he went to the Raiders, I believe. And then from the Raiders, now he's the defensive coordinator in Indianapolis. That is a great DC. Gus Bradley's always been a great DC. Even in Jacksonville, he was a great defensive coordinator. Doug Marrone gets a lot of credit, and Todd Wash for that Jacksonville team that we had in 2017. That was Gus Bradley's defense that he had built over the years. And it was just unfortunate. Obviously, it was time for Gus Bradley to go for a multitude of reasons. But that was Gus Bradley's defense, and he's a phenomenal defensive coordinator. Got nothing but love for him, man. I think he's a great guy. Obviously, it just didn't work out in Jacksonville as the head coach. But I would love to even have him back here one day as a DC. Why your opinion on Gus Bradley? Oh, I just answered that. I was at the Jags game week 1. I talked to UCF Jaguar, but I never saw you. Oh, you were in Houston too? Yeah, man, we were only like 2 or 3 sections apart, me and UCF Jaguar. I was there with my best friend, and we traveled to Houston, obviously, you know, flew here out of Jackson, you know, went to Houston for the weekend, flew out that Friday morning, spent all day Friday, Saturday hanging out in Houston doing shit, and then Sunday, you know, obviously he was tailgating, went to the game. We're depressed because we lost, and then, yeah. Glad to found you, bro. Glad to find another Jags YouTuber. Yeah, man. Thank you, bro. And yes, Layla, I am still live streaming my little sister. But yeah, man, I can't believe I waited so long to do Jags content, man. Like, you know, obviously this is a big part of who I am. It's a big part of my everyday life, the Jaguars. And dude, I started doing Jags content 9 months ago. I can't believe I haven't been doing it for a year, bro. I know I say it all the time, but I feel like I've been a Jags content creator here on YouTube now for like 3 years. Because that's how long it's felt like, but I've only been doing it for 9 months, and you guys are seriously the best. You think he'll get another shot at a head coaching opportunity? It's possible. I mean, we see a guy like Nate Hackett, who was obviously here in Jacksonville as the offensive coordinator, then went to Green Bay. He got a head coaching opportunity. Josh McDaniels was a terrible head coach in Denver. Went with Bill Belichick to New England. Now he's a head coach with the Raiders. There's guys that get their opportunities, but they have to work their way back up like a guy with Doug Marrone too, you know. So I live in Austin, Texas. I go to every Jags game in Houston. Oh, that's dope, bro. Dude, I actually was talking to somebody who's from Austin, Texas, at a Jags tailgate, and he was telling me nothing but great things about Texas. And for you guys that don't know, I love Texas with my whole heart. I'm a Florida boy, born and raised here in Jacksonville, but I love Texas. I've been to Houston, been to Arlington, you know, Dallas, Fort Worth area too. Houston, Dallas, Texas in general is awesome. It's the only 2 states I would ever live in. If I ever live outside of the United States, that's a different conversation. But here in the United States, I will only live in Florida and I'll only live in Texas. No state income tax, warm weather, and I get the metropolis area while also still being able to not be like overwhelmed, being in like a New York City or being in an LA or being in a Miami, for example. If you had to choose, would you have rather had Doug Pederson or Leftwich Wilson? Leftwich Wilson, 100%. But Doug Pederson, I'm not sitting here like Doug Pederson's like, damn, we had to settle for Doug Pederson. If we would have had Rich Pisala, that's settling. If we would have got Vic Fangio, that's settling. Even Kevin O'Connell, who's most likely to be the next Vikings head coach, the offensive coordinator for the LA Rams, who are currently in the Super Bowl, I think that's settling too. He could be a great guy. I don't know. He's obviously coming from the McVay and, you know, the Shanahan trees, all very popular names when you get these guys. But getting Byron was 1A, getting Doug Pederson's 1B. They're 1A, 1B for me. I was just thinking how amazing it was that Trevor went through the entire season without injury. I wouldn't have thought that start of the season. Yeah, man, knock on wood. And if there was ever a year, obviously I never wish injury on any player, especially our own guys. If there was ever a year for a guy like Travis Etienne to get injured, especially the type of explosive player that he is, and he's very young, he's never had an injury before, let it be the year where we were the worst team in football. We had injuries on offense to Travis Etienne, Dan Arnold, Jamal Agnew, and DJ Chark, and obviously James Robinson towards the lighter part of the season with that Achilles injury. The Jaguars suffered so many different injuries. If there was going to be a year, let it be this year. Travis Etienne is going to be a phenomenal player for this Jaguars team moving forward. That is an awesome pick, and I'm excited to see him, man. I can't wait to go out there and see the potential that he has, especially coming off this injury too. It might take him a little bit to get kind of back into the speed of things, but he's a young guy. He'll bounce back, and the chemistry he has with Trevor, man, it's for real. I'll answer a couple more questions before I kind of get out of here, and thank you guys for sticking through this, man, because like I said, I know it's kind of been a little iffy. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys drop me a like if you guys can. It takes 1 second, and it helps me and the channel out tremendously as well. I just want to answer a couple more before I kind of get out of here, because I got work in the morning. Sucks. But, yeah. Let me actually throw in... Give me 1 second, actually. I want to throw in one more picture towards the end, because why not? Let me do this for y'all real quick. Hold up. That's my man, Doug Pederson. That's my coach. QB coach. Excuse me, QB coach. Look at this here. I'm about to transition this over so you guys can see. Yes, sir. Look at that coach, man. That's my coach right there. That's our coach right there, man. Do you think we should have a... I heard Trevor and Doug had a nice long conversation on the phone when he was hired. Let's give him a chance to see what he can do. Absolutely, man. And like I said earlier, he was very successful in Philadelphia, obviously with Nick Foles, Jalen Hurts, Carson Wentz. And we even saw a little bit of success with a guy like Josh McCown versus Seattle in the playoffs. Super Bowl winning coach. He was very successful with the RPO and that kind of offense. Miles Sanders, who we had, Darren Sproles, those guys are very similar to a guy like Travis Etienne, even though he has more of a home run hit ability. So I definitely think he can utilize a guy like Trevor Lawrence and Etienne and a lot of these offensive weapons that we could potentially have this offseason through the draft, through free agency, and utilize them well. Do you think we should have a Browns running back playstyle like Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt? 100%. Now, the difference is those guys are two downhill runners and powerful runners. Nick Chubb's obviously one of the best backs in the NFL. You can make an argument Kareem Hunt's one of the best kickers in the NFL. If you know, you know. So I would love that. And I've alluded to this before. You see in the NFL, really outside of a guy like Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, and Christian McCaffrey, who are exceptions to the rules, the best backfield have two elite running backs. James Robinson and Travis Etienne can be that. We'll have to see how these guys come back off of injury. You see Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. You saw Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams at one point. Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram at one point. Kareem Hunt and, as you said, Nick Chubb as well. Like, those types of backs and those types of backfields are definitely dangerous. Off topic, KC Buffalo game, 13 seconds left. KC has the ball at their own 25. Need a field goal to tie. Say put a defender on the line with every receiver and grab hold. Don't let him run. Circumstantial football. I disagree. I hear what you're saying. I disagree, but I disagree. Cowgirls can't afford to sign Dalton Schultz. T-Law would definitely benefit from it. Dude, I don't think the Jags need to go out there and look for a tight end. I'm dead serious. Dan Arnold can be the future franchise tight end of this team moving forward. I need to make a Dan Arnold video this offseason. That's what I need to do, you guys. Because I'm going to make a Doug Pederson full breakdown video for Sunday, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Dan Arnold, if he's healthy, will be the future franchise tight end for this team moving forward. You can book it. And I'm not even going to get too deep into that right now, but no, we don't need to go out looking for a tight end to go spend money. If anybody from the Cowboys or the Cowgirls I want Michael Gallup, even off an ACL injury. Same thing with a guy like Godwin. The Philly statue is 2 Jags now. Facts. Doug Pederson at least can laugh and make jokes besides Doug Marrone and Urban. That's true. I mean, look, Jaguar fans have low expectations, have a low standard, so we can come in here and win 6 games next year and we're happy. As long as we see some kind of steadily improvement within this team and especially our franchise quarterback. But I'm going to get out of here, you guys. I definitely wish I would have been able to talk a little more Doug Pederson in here, but like I said, I will be making a full breakdown for the Doug Pederson hire. That video will be coming out Sunday, probably afternoon or in the evening. I'll let you guys know. You guys will see it on social media as well. If you guys haven't already, go follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. I'm very, very active there. The links are in the description, but also, as you guys can see from the scrolling text down below, it's at the Brett James 1, so you guys can go follow me there. I post damn near every day, especially on Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter, trying to grow the Twitter as well. And like I said, if you guys haven't already, if you guys could drop me a like, it takes 1 second and it helps me the channel out tremendously. Huge shout out to Jaguar for getting in here and getting on call. Like I said, I will definitely get him. Try to get UCF Jaguar and Jags United in here on a live stream one day. It just really depends on our scheduling and how things go about. But shout out to Duval Mafia too, man. Go follow him on YouTube. He's a great guy. I'm close with him too, man. So thank you guys so much for sticking in here as always, man. I know I'm just rambling at this point, but I will never be able to express that enough, and I will never stop saying it. Thank you guys so much for the continuous support always. You guys are the realest. Jags fans are the best. We're the best, and just going to continue to make great content for you guys. So thank you guys so much for sticking around. And yeah, man, that's really it. But yeah, thank you guys. I'll, like I said, let you guys know about Sunday when I post that Doug Pederson video as well. But Brett James, aka BJ, I'm out, y'all. Peace.